This is Andy Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by Bradley Skeete over Zoom. Bradley, how are you?
I'm all good, mate. I'm all good.
It's good to hear. Obviously, I can see a smile on your face, straight into it. Recent victory back out. How did it feel 2.5 years out of a ring, but you've come back, you've won? Just talk to me about firstly the experience of getting back into a live fight.
Yeah, it felt good to be back. 2.5 years is a long time, do you know what I mean? But yeah, just didn't feel like no ring rust was there. I put in the hard work, obviously moving up to Sheffield and joining Dom at the Ingle gym. And I've put the hard work in. And yeah, it was nice just to get back and be back and doing what I love.
It's obviously your bout was about 10 days ago now, but just kind of reflecting on it, how did you feel in there? How would you assess your victory? It was a third round stoppage win. So how would you just kind of assess your time in the ring?
Yeah, it was obviously the opponent was Dow Arrowsmith, and listen, no disrespect to him. He's a journeyman who fights week in, week out, and he was there to do a job and give me some rounds. He don't rarely get stopped. So to obviously get the stoppage was good, but the level I've been at and the level I need to get to again, I should be beating guys like that in the way I did. So it was good to get a good win and get back. Got a couple rounds in, and then yeah, a few things have been working on in the gym and just switch it in, and I was just relaxed and wasn't tense, wasn't any ring rust. It was good to just get in there again and just enjoy what I'm doing. And obviously I just want to keep that momentum going now and just keep keep active, getting fights, and I'd like to get out again as soon as possible and step up now, get maybe and do an 8 round against like a decent opponent, one with a winning record, and yeah, just keep improving and just wait for that opportunity to come.
It's your first fight under Dominic Ingle, Bradley. How would you, or what would you say everybody saw who did watch the fight, whether it be there or be over TV screens? What do you think everybody would have seen from it?
Just same me, but just relaxed. Do you know what I mean? And a bit of switch it in, like just a few changes of the angles. Do you mean my footwork obviously in and out, but like I say, the opponent wasn't great. Like, listen, it sounds disrespectful, but Dow is a good man and he's there to do a job. And listen, he took the fight. He didn't have to take the fight. He took the fight and he come and give it a go. But the level I've boxed at, and I need to obviously get a good win against someone like Dow. But little bits in there, like I say, it was, if I got in there and I'd had a bad night, stiff, and do you know what I mean, and wasn't myself, then I would have known, like, yeah, these 2.5 years has took their toll, and them doubters who doubted me to say I should have retired would have been right, but it's far from it. But now I'm looking onwards and upwards and stepping up and bigger and better things.
Was that something that played on your mind at all? Just when you first stepped into the ring, did you think about what if it doesn't go to plan with regards to you do feel stiff, you do feel like the time had taken its toll on you and on your body? Did you think about it before the fight?
Not really, because I've been doing some good sparring in the gym. I've had some good sparring. I've put the work in, and I'm mixing with good fighters. So I didn't feel like that one bit. I knew I wasn't done. Do you know what I mean? I knew all along. When I had this long break, I always knew that I wasn't finished. Do you know what I mean? And like I say, moving up and making that sacrifice to move away from home was a big thing for me. And it was a sacrifice that had to be done. And it was not that I just wanted to get away and feel like, oh yes, it's just get a win and I'll be happy. Do you know what I mean? It's a big thing, and it just proves to myself that I've took myself away from all my comforts and everything, and I mean business. I'm with a world-class coach, with world-class fighters in the gym every day, and that's where I want to get to. Do you know what I mean? I want to put myself with the best. So that's why I made that sacrifice, and I'm up here, and it's paid off now. 2.5 years is a long time to be out the ring, and I've got that one back now. I've got that win, and like I say, it's onwards and upwards now.
Brad, you've said you're back in training now. You've gone straight back to the gym. How crucial is that for you to stay active, to stay in the gym, to keep yourself fit and sharp? Because you never know what opportunity could present itself.
Exactly. I'm back in Sheffield now. I'm back in the gym this week, and had some good like straight back in. Do you know what I mean? Had some good sessions, and I just want to, like you said, I just want to stay active and keep that momentum going, and just keep just like a knock-on effect, keep getting fights and getting the wins, and an opportunity will present itself, and I'll be ready to take it when it comes. I've been at a high level, boxed at a high level, and that's the levels I want to be getting back to, and that's all I can do now is stay in the gym and just keep active.
I know you've said before, and to other people as alongside myself, that you've been pestering Eddie Hearn, you've been trying to get an opportunity which will hopefully present itself to you soon. Obviously, he's just announced the fight camp shows. Kid Galad, your campmate's going to be headlining one of those. Have you had any conversations with Eddie, with Matchroom, about trying to get out, whether it be on one of those shows or a show beyond fight camp?
Yeah, I've been a pest to Eddie, really. Keep getting in his DMs, and yeah, I've had a few responses, and I just got to just probably keep it on his clear. I've made it quite clear that I'd like to sign with Eddie and be with Matchroom. I think they're doing great things. There's some great fighters at 154 who signed with Eddie, so I'm sure an opportunity will come. Now Barry's fighting for a world title on a Matchroom show, so yeah, I think if I can get in and maybe get an undercard or something, there's going to be an opportunity down the line, and I just got to keep active and keep winning, and that's where I was fortunate enough to get on a Fight Zone show, and just like to say thanks to Dennis Hobson for that opportunity, and I'm sure I'm up Sheffield now. I'm obviously trained up here, and he's doing shows every week. So if there's ever a space on a show, I'm sure I could get on it, and yeah, just keep active and keep busy. So I'll have a chat with Dennis and see where, if I can get another slot on one of his shows maybe, and Fight Zone. They're doing great stuff. The production's great, and they like I say, they've had shows every week, so they're doing good things. So I could be on them shows, to be honest, and keep my momentum going.
Bradley, we did an interview about 3 months ago when you spoke about what your plans were when you wanted to come back. You said that you was planning on campaigning at super welter. If the right fight came up, you'd consider dropping back to 147 for it. Conor Benn was one of those names you mentioned. Having made weight, well, just above weight rather, for your comeback fight, do you feel you would be able to make 147 for the right fight, or do you think you would have to be super welter now?
Yeah, listen. I could make weight, but there's making weight, and then there's being good and fighting at it and feeling good at it. I made weight well. Do you know what I mean? The fight got made at 11.3 and just over super welterweight and 11 stone limit, and I come in at 11.2. And I was eating and drinking that the day before, and was at breakfast that morning, and do you know what I mean? And I weighed 11.2, so I know I can make 154, 147, but it's being good at it, and getting down to it might just take that bit of edge off me, because I felt great in there. I felt fresh. I looked good, and I felt good, and I think maybe that extra £7 up and moving up a weight is the best thing for me. So I'll be staying at super welterweight now, and I know I'll be right at this weight, and I feel good at this weight. So I'll listen. If a big opportunity come at 147, I'll be an idiot to turn it down, and I know I could get down to it. So it's a thing of I'll speak to Dom if an opportunity at 147 ever did come around. But it for now, my future's at 154.
So I am going to just ask on the Conor Benn front, as you mentioned him to me before, if an opportunity ever presented itself for a pair of you to share the ring, would it be of interest to you?
100%, 100%. Yeah, he's doing great things, and he's improving every fight. He's world ranked now. He's up there. Do you know what I mean? He got a big following and does big numbers, and he's doing really well. And like I said, he's improving with every fight. So I'd love an opportunity if it ever come, and why not? Do you know what I mean? Why would I turn it down and be a fool to say no? So yeah, like I say, if that was to ever come around, then yeah, definitely. I'm in it for the long run. I'm in it to have the big fights and the big names, and listen, to getting a world ranked fighter is where I want to be, and that beating him puts me right up there. So
Bradley, at 154, there's a number of fighters Matchroom work with. You've got Ted Cheeseman, Anthony Fowler, Suleiman Sissoko, Kieran Conway.
yeah,
Plenty of people who I have mentioned. Scott Fitzgerald, who's planning on dropping
yeah.
back to 154 as well. Where would you say, if you was at your best, you was competing in 12-round bouts, where would you say you would be in and amongst that crop of fighters?
Right up there, right up there. At 147, I'm British champion outright. No one's done it since me. The belt's still there. No one's won it since me. So domestically, the British level, I'm right up there. I'm right up there with the best, and that's why I've mentioned Ted. I know Ted well, and there's no disrespect mentioning his name, because I've had it when I was the champion. I've had it. I've had fighters saying mentioning my name, and do you know what I mean? And it's not in a disrespectful way. He's the champion and he's got the belt, so his name is going to get mentioned. That's where I want to be. So to come back and fight for the domestic British title at 154, the weight above, to win that twice will be a big achievement. And I was unsuccessful at European level at 147, so I know I'm European level. Do you know what I mean? I've mixed there and I've beat guys who've been European champions. So I'd be very disappointed not to win a European title, and I'd have the full set then. Do you know what I mean? I have British, Commonwealth, European, and what next stop is the world title. I've said it before. I'm with a world class coach and round world class fighters, and one day, like, please God, I can add my name to the list of world champions who's been in the Ingle gym.
So, Brad, just listening to you talk there, is Ted Cheeseman the man firmly in your sights if again the fight was presented to you?
100%. Yeah, he's the champion at 154. So that's who I'll be wanting to fight. So yeah. So like I say, he's at the minute he's the champion. So that's who I've got in my sights for at 154.
Just a couple of things, Brad, I want to get your thoughts on before I let you leave. You mentioned to me when we spoke on the phone this morning, you've been doing a bit of sparring with Kell Brook. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, Kell's back in the gym. Kell's looking good. Hopefully maybe some news is coming soon with his career and what he's doing. But yeah, like I say, he's back in the gym, and yeah, he's looking well, and yeah, it's great. Like I said, mixing with world class fighters. There's Liam Williams. I've done work with him, sparred with Liam, and boxed for a world title and done very well. Barry's fighting for a world title in August. He's boxed for a world title. I still believe he won that fight. So he's world class. Do you know what I mean? And now Kell's back in the gym and been there and done it. Got the t-shirt. It's great to be around these world champions, and do you know what I mean? It's like a big inspiration, and to have Kell back in the gym and doing some spars with him is good. Do you know what I mean? It's very good for me, and it's like I say, I'm glad I made the sacrifice and the move up to Sheffield. I've fit in well up here. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I love boxing again. I enjoy training with Dom, and it's just going to get bigger and better. And I'm really looking forward to the future and what's ahead for me, because at the end, I suppose at the end, but towards the end of my career number one, I'll class this as career number two. The last one, I just fell out of love with boxing. I wasn't happy, wasn't enjoying it, and it was a bit like a chore. But now, literally, when I had my fight a few weeks ago, it felt like my debut again. It felt like it was all new to me again, and it felt good, and it's good to be back. And then, like I say, I'm happy, I'm smiling, I'm enjoying boxing. I love it, and I'm really looking forward to the future.
Brad, from your conversations with Kell Brook, obviously with Kell, he's openly spoken about the Amir Khan fight. Is that the one fight he wants to return for? Is he looking at any other goals within the sport?
Yeah, I think that's the fight, the Khan fight. That's still now it's a massive fight for the both of them. So I think if that's the fight he's coming back for, that's that is the fight, I think, to be made. That they've both been speaking about it. So yeah, hopefully there's some news going to be coming soon. What's going on?
And obviously, just a word as well on Barry. How are his preparations going?
Barry, he's a machine. He's proper, man. He's inspirational to just watch in the gym and look up to, and he's a good man. He's so dedicated and he works so hard, and I believe he's going to be. I believe he should be world champion now. I think he beat Josh Thornton, but didn't get the decision. But he's got a tough fight with Jazza, and I'm sure Barry will come out on top and get that world title what he deserves. But he's in great shape. He's looking well. He's always in the gym and he's always putting the work in, and he's going to be world champion come August.
All right, Bradley, we will leave it there now. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate you
Cheers,
catching
mate.
up with me. I'll speak to you again
No
soon.
worries.
Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
Good night.